Hey everyone, Ray from Windy Shores here. I'm up at the fish camp in Western Quebec in June at Lac None Business. On this trip, we'll be focusing on walleye because the lake's just loaded with them. We'll be using a lot of our favorite lures from years past, as well as I brought a selection of ice fishing lures from back home. Stay tuned and we'll see what happens. Literally got the whole lake to myself. This is ridiculous. There is nobody. But anyway, so there's this shelf that sticks out from this shore, for instance, and it's 17 feet on the deep side, and it's all about 10, 13, 14 on the shelf. So we're noticing that the wind's blowing right across it. But we had a cold front a few days ago, so we're actually dealing with sluggish conditions. So I've lowered the presentation down from artificials to this guy. We're using a Mr. Twister tail 3-inch yellow with a 1/4 ounce jig head and a worm. You're gonna need some meat to coerce these guys during a cold front because yeah, they're sluggish, but this is making a big difference. So we're gonna get into position here and get the wind to blow us right down this shelf again and see what happens. Yes sir, hooked up. Oh yeah! Oh, those guys? Little guy? Oh yeah. Nice. This thing's been working great this morning. The last few days we had very stable southwest wind and predictable, and it was a little hazy. It was nice. The walleye were lit up and we were catching them on rip and wraps and stuff, but oh, here we go. This one wants to play. I'll play. No, we were using rip and wraps, and almost every lure in the tackle boxes seemed to be catching a walleye here and there, but I just had a feeling this morning when I tried a few things that nothing was working really, and I knew I had to go with the meat. So all we're allowed to use in this part of Quebec is really worms or leeches, and I don't have leeches. I got lots of worms. Since I switched to using worms on this curly tail jig, I've probably got about 25 walleye. It's only about 10 in the morning. 10:30. Oh, we got one here. There we are. Hooked up. Just a little guy. They're all a lot of little ones here. It's kind of the way it is when we have a lake that produces itself without stocking, really. Just drifting along here. Let the wind kind of do most of the work. Just give it little pulls. Enough to let the twister tail wiggle a bit. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, nothing. Alright, this spot's been pretty good. Using this chartreuse Berkeley gulp tail here, 3-inch. Seems to be good for the low lake conditions. Let's keep drifting past this point and getting like 3 or 4 walleye every time, so they're little, but it's fun. Just get down to bottom and give it a few jigs. Drift in the current. Drifting past this point here. Dinner. Let's keep her right there. It's a breakfast. Literally catch these guys all day. I have no idea how many I've already caught this morning. Probably 1,000 over the last week, maybe. I have no idea. It's been a lot. Sure is nice having the whole lake to yourself. It's the beauty of this Western Quebec thing here, is there's like no people. I'm dealing with moose and bears and wolves and stuff and rabbits. You know, this is who I'm encountering throughout the day. Heard something scary over there last night. Just stay away from there. But it's nice, even though you're all alone losing worms out here in Quebec. Just gotta watch your own back, but it sure is peaceful. Starting 15 will be too shallow in a bit. But yeah, it was last night. I was out here fishing around 7:30 or something, 7:30 or 8. You could see a storm coming up in the distance. Like all of a sudden at one point I heard like this charging in the water, splashing, like something was running in the water, and I heard a kind of noise, and then all these ravens and turkey vultures started flying away from there. So I'm picturing potentially a moose carcass with 2 bears fighting over it or something. I don't know, but either way, I don't want to dance out here. I'm just gonna stay on this side of the lake and let them have their moose carcass or whatever's going on. Lots of small ones in the middle of the day. Hey. This lake in particular has the tea-stained water. I believe it's called tannic acid. makes it a little bit darker down there, I believe. I believe it's to my advantage. And I know many places with clear water, you have a short window near sunrise or sundown, or on a cloudy day to catch fish, but we often catch them here in the sun, and I believe it has something to do with the dark water. I could be full of it though. Just let him take it. There we go. Oh, I lost it. Must have just had him in the tip of the lip. At least I still have my worm. Rare. Like so. Yeah, so what do we got here? We don't lose it. It's like a walleye. Good thing I got lots of worms. You're gonna like this today. Oh, keeper. Just what we're talking about. This is a beaut. Yeah, we'll keep that. 41 centimeter. Beaut. Something here. Oh, 17 feet. Oh, yeah. Just trying to keep it close to bottom. Let it snagging. About a foot off bottom or so. A few twitches and pulls. Let the wind kind of do it. And start feeling tap taps, so I give him a couple of inches of slack and let him take it, and hopefully not lose my worm. Get back in there. Just give him that extra foot to take it, and that's all it takes sometimes. Whoa! You get out of there. Almost a keeper, I think. Not really. But close. Let's see. 1 centimeter. So there's nobody else on this lake. It's been like that for over a week now. And I went to the other lake not far where there's usually this guy, but here nobody was there either. So I could safely say there's nobody within 20 kilometers of me. Maybe 40, I'm not sure. But that's okay. There's lots of wildlife here. They're keeping me company. The bears make it interesting. Hey, bear. Get out of here. Hey. Hey now. Hey. And the birds and animals and rabbits. Hey, Harry. Everything. It's honestly like a zoo out here. And the walleye. Very nice. Thank you. This little guy right here. Nice. Here's a trick figured out years ago. I haven't really told too many people this, but if you hold a fish upside down, they behave. But if you turn them this way, not so much. Look at that look in his eye. He's about to do it. See? But no, I've found with a few fish, if you hold them like this, they behave. I've used it on pike, trout, a couple other fish. But yeah, try it out. Let me know what you think. Oh yeah. Just let them take it. If they want to take it today. Can't just set the hook right away. You lose the worm quick. This little guy. Whoa, there goes my worm. Nope, still got it. Nice. So yeah, like I'm saying, if you hold the fish upside down, like straight belly up, they seem to behave. And then if you hold him like that, he's thinking. Hopefully somebody out there has seen that and tries it with their fish. I'd like to hear what you think in the comments. That'd be legit. A major cold front moved in, which slowed the fishing down. But it also cooled the bugs off for a while, which gave me a valuable chance to take care of some really important camp chores. Anybody? Nobody? Now that that's over, let's get back to some fishing. Always trying to keep it just close to bottom. Just above 2 feet, maybe 1 foot. Man, did it ever get cold here. I was swimming like a couple days ago and now it's like winter time. Oh yeah. You. $39 Very nice. Oh yeah. Little guy. Lots of little guys. Just an astounding healthy population up here. It's just ridiculous. Everybody, what do you think? Yeah. Right? Go get big. Oh yeah. These guys. Wow. Oh yeah, hooked up. Nice. Yeah. That's all right. You see? Look out here. Oh God. Yeah. I'll set up for another drift here. Oh! Probably lost my worm. These guys. Let's just check. Nope, we're good. Get back down there. So 11 feet of water, 12 feet. Just drift in. Gotta keep pushing out because the wind's kind of blowing us towards shore. Oh, come on, take it. See, it's so sluggish. It's okay. Give him a little slack. Come on. Here we go. Take it. Oh, I probably lost my worm. I should have let him take it more. Yep. Oh wow, I hear a plane. A sign of civilization. People. There's still people out there somewhere. Ooh. Of course. So we're starting to get hungry, so we're gonna not have a shore lunch because in June the bugs on shore are absolutely insane. Insane! Like carry you away, honestly now. So we're gonna straight up catch a walleye and take it back to the camp and cook it there. Oh, this guy wants to play. You wanna play? There you are. That was a short game. Oh, maybe not this guy. Oh, we go. Oh, wow. Yeah. 40 centimeters. Lake to plate. You win. turtles. Enjoy. Yeah, I am going to enjoy this. When the bugs are really bad, this is how we like to dress. You make sure everything's covered, long sleeve and pants, boots, the whole bit. No exceptions. Oh no. That's a good sign. Put some juice on this thing. Sometimes a little flavor goes a long way. Yeah, buddy. Oh, we got one here. Someone wants to play. Cool. Got a perch. Right on. Wasn't sure they were here. Definite keeper here. I guess they're back on the hardware. Very nice. Let's try the rip and wrap out. These guys are all over it. Just a little bit, they'll get bigger. The sun's going down. This is the number 5 Rapala Rip and Wrap Fire Tiger. The Fire Tiger has been really good in these low light conditions. Like I showed you before, I'll put a little flavor on it, walleye juice. Anytime it's cloudy or rainy or too dark for the oh, there it is. They love it. Just love it. Hey, don't you love that thing? I use it on the Bay of Quinte in the winter when it's too dark for my underwater camera to work. It seems to be the thing to go to. Let's try that again. I figured I'd take some of my ice fishing lures up to the camp this year, and we're grateful that I did that. That was a great idea. So the blue and silver has been working really good. Number 5 Rip and Wrap by Rapala on the sunnier days. And then there's a gold one with the one I got stuck in my finger. That one, I caught about 250 walleye on it before I lost it. So we'll definitely buy some more of those when we get home. Other than that, I've been using lots of the soft plastics, and the Mr. Twister tail with a worm has probably caught most of my fish on this trip. Then a few of the 3-inch Berkeley gulp minnows, chartreuse and green. Chartreuse twister tail 3-inch was amazing. I ran out of those. I'll show you all that at the end of the episode. There he is. Tiny little guy. Oh, 6-incher for your aquarium if you want. That's cool. Hey. Wow, he's like almost purple. Not sure what the deal with that is. Whole lake to myself. 15 days. Can you believe that? Oh, there was people here the first like few days, but then they all left. Oh, I just missed one. Gotta love these low population places on Earth. Pretty much most of Quebec has got like no people. It's hilarious. This western Quebec part is pretty desolate, I'll tell you. I'm guessing maybe 30 kilometers, maybe more to the closest person. I don't know. The next lake, there's nobody. I checked the lake on the other side, nobody there. I seen tire tracks on the road, but that was quite far from where I am. Oh yeah. Hey! Come on. See? Thank you. You know, I've been trolling pretty much the same like 6 areas, or drifting, sorry, I should say, the same 6 areas over and over. It's astounding how many fish are in these lakes. Like when a lake's actually in its natural state, supporting itself, but mostly being left alone. Just amazing. There's a lot of little ones, but oh man, there's all kinds. There's pike fish in here too, but I've done that a lot. I think this is fun. Just drifting across this shelf. The wind's blowing us. It goes anywhere from 8-9 feet to like 13-14, and it drops. Oh, there was a munch. Drops right down to 19-20. They seem to be on top of the shelf and on the edge of the shelf, and they're everywhere here. It's ridiculous. You go in a channel between islands, they're there. There's a creek mouse and river mouse and weed beds, they're there. I'm finding rock shoals. I'm finding them on the flats out in the middle. You know, there's a few places where you don't catch them, but you seem to, when you're looking for them, you catch them. Can't complain about that. Unfortunately, we're thinking of cutting the trip short. I went out to get some propane yesterday and I've got some bad news about the weather. So there's a thunderstorms and cold front coming through tonight, and for 3 days it's gonna be locked in north wind, northeast, and lots of sun. So I was gonna stay and fish the Temiskaming Dam, which is just fire because Saturday's opening. That's like in 3 days. 2 days? I don't even know. But it's going to be a north wind regardless, and it's going to be northeast. So I'm considering not sticking around for that and maybe just going home, because I've been away from home for a while. It's tiny, but I don't know if we can see that pinkish purplish kind of color, even though he's very black and silvery. A couple of them have this pink color here. It's cool. Good note to test your line every 20 walleye or whatever. You set a limit, because yeah, I just tested my line and it snapped. I would have been upset if I lost this thing right now. I lost the gold one. It really pissed me off because I was doing great with it. They said it's supposed to get windy this afternoon, so we're just getting in as much as possible before it gets dangerous, because it can get really dangerous really quick, especially in a small boat like this. Looks like a cold front's moving in. Might be coming to the end of this trip. If this wind gets any crazier, we're gonna call it. That's for sure. Moving along pretty good here in the wind. I don't know if my lure's anywhere near bottom. Try the bigger jig, I guess. Earlier I lost a pike bigger than I'd like to admit. I went for a little cruise up the river, loaded with pike always, and patrolled about 12 feet and got into a giant fish. And he went under the boat, and for some reason my drag wasn't working, even though it was set quite loose. But that's just me bitching, I guess. But I didn't get to see it, but I have a feeling it was a big pike. It was like 6 feet of water, lots of weeds. Heartbroken. 2 heartbreaks on this trip. Over there I lost one. Fighting like a goddamn 13-pound walleye or something. It was big. And then here, or up the river. Man, just give me one more and I'll shut up and go home. Oh, we're still hidden. Look at that. Of course, my walleye friends are still biting. They love this shit. It's getting straight buck wild out here. Alright, it got a little too windy on the lake. We had to get out of there. You can see the storm coming. Well, that's it, everybody. The cold front's here and the truck's all packed. Everything's put away. It's always the hardest place to leave, I'll tell you. But we'll be back. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, here we have the lures I used on this trip. Up here on the wood block, we have the Rapala Rip and Wraps, all number 5s. The Fire Tiger, the Blue and Silver, and the Juicy Lucy. Plus an assortment of jig heads. Seem to work. And here's the Mr. Twister 3-inch meanie yellows. The Berkeley Gulps 3-inch minnow green chartreuse. And the Berkeley Gulp 3-inch minnow grub chartreuse. I hope this helps. I'll tell you. I'll get you on the walleye there, old man Jeffrey.